Are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The center fielder, Ronald Acuna.
Here comes the first pitch. First of three is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. And the pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Yelich going back. Still ranging back. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
This guy has some pop. You can't just lay one in there. What happens? He leads the game off just like that. It's 1-0.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect Ozzie Albies as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. This is line to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. His next home run will be number 40 for the season. A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
1-2 now. And that misses 2-2.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
3-2 now.
This is just the first inning, but this next pitch is a big one. You don't want to find yourself with 2 on, nobody out, and the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up.
And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Settling in now, number 23. And now the Braves look to put more across the plate in this opening frame. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Count now a ball and a strike. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get it.
And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 20, Marcel.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike one.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And up next, the utility man, Johan Camargo. First delivery to him on the way. Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 1. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Lazy fly ball out to center field. Coming in on it is Kane. He can't get to it. This one's down. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
Stepping up to the plate, Dansby Swanson. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. From the stretch. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Freeman on third. Brantley on second. Camargo is over at first with 1 away. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. Swung on and lifted down the left field line. Garcia coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I'm watching the guy they call Dr. Smooth, Michael Brantley. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. 2 balls and no strikes.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Well, that's just not a good look for the guy on the mound. Bases loaded. You expect him to bear down and really fight to get an out, but instead he walks home a run on 4 pitches.
Stepping up now, Alvarez. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. From the stretch.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
3 runs already home here. Three and 1.
taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
This is the cat and mouse of today's game. 3-1 almost definitely bought you that fastball, and he took it. Interested to see if this pitcher goes to that well again, fear of bases being loaded, or he's willing to break something off.
He's set. The 3-2. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate. As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
4 runs here in this half inning. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. That's 3-1 now as that misses down and in.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result,
took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate.
The batter, number 1.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Brett Anderson comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning.
Anderson.
So up steps Ozzie Albies. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
First pitch on its way. Anderson has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
2-0 now. And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. 2 out, bases loaded. All even now, 2-2. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Wow, they went to the pen because they liked the matchup, and what does he do? He walks the first guy he faces to bring in a run, so much for that strategy. Makes you wonder if they'll turn to him again next time in this situation.
So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone, and in to bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman Freddie Freeman. From the belt, the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Line toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. It's 8-0.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Row.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley as he'll send a ground ball down to third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an 8th spot on them. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Braves 8. The Brewers coming to bat. Alvarez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Braves. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's ERA. Any ERA under 4 is pretty good in this day and age of baseball when we have all these high-scoring, high-flying affairs. This guy knows how to pitch. He knows how to control the running game. And most importantly, he's not afraid to throw strikes. We'll see how he does in this one.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Around first, digging for 2. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Now, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tough, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
It's 2-0 now. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
The 3-1. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Hit hard to the right, but foul. The 1-2. Swinging a soft liner, but this is pulled in by the shortstop. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Hit in the air out to right. Brantley is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands. And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna in his career against Brett Anderson. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0.
1-0.
And he misses again, 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
And he'll have himself a leadoff single as this is through into left.
Hey, a lot of smiles to go around on the offensive side. First time through the order. That's already their 6th hit today as a team.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, this second inning is not starting out any better than the first was. He just might not have it in this one.
Skied into straightaway right. Yelich is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Atlanta, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Stepping into the box, Dansby Swanson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
1-1.
Runners on first with 1 down. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Late that time for a strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
At the plate now, Shea Langoliers, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. First and second now, 1 man out. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Reined in. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. At the plate, Justin Smoke. Here it comes.
Brewers, the
Popped him up.
Justin
Camargo waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Orlando.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 9, the pitcher.
Digging in, Brett Anderson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch out, so you almost can underhand it up there.
Swanson brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. Striding in once again, Ronald Acuna. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now. Ozzie Albies is on deck. Swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Garcia has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Up next for Atlanta.
Ready for another shot now. Ozzie Albies. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now here it comes.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Two out, nobody on. This is line to left, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So that'll extend the inning and let Freddie Freeman come to the plate.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Last time through was a base hit. And now they've got him in a rundown. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. So with 1 gone, time for our look at the current standings. As you can see, these guys really have a comfortable lead in the division race to this point in the season. First pitch of the at-bat, and that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Hey, I don't care that pitch didn't light up the radar gun. 89 miles an hour executed two-seamer is almost unhittable.
Holt, sometimes referred to as the Brock Star. He's a 9-year major league vet. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Albies ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting. The right fielder.
So 2 away in the Brewers half of the third. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. Ball 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. 2-2 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Bouncer to the left side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Runner at first following the error. And set to go is the second baseman, Keston Hiura. 0-1 count and the pitch. Pitch inside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So striding in, Freddie Freeman as we begin the top of the fourth.
The first baseman,
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And this will be fouled away. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. The 2-2.
Thank you.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4. Here's Michael Brantley. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch on its way. And he lays off there. 1-0.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out. Stepping in, Marcell Ozuna. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First offering on its way. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Braves go down. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now batting, Omar Narvaez. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Another one sent foul. Hit down the line at first. Freeman is up with it. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So stepping in, Avisail Garcia. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. The 1-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
The count now at 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. Drilled right back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
Check out the lead here. That's about as standard as it gets, and it didn't do him a lot of help on that steal attempt either. Could have been a different story if he took another couple feet off the bag.
And it's 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is all set for the start of the inning. So here's Johan Camargo. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. A swing and a ground ball to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Dan, how frustrating is that right there? You execute your spot, keep the ball down below the zone, and the hitter's still able to execute and drive it up the middle.
You know, that's one of the things, Mark, as a pitcher, you're taught to work down in the zone. You're not always going to have the ball hit to one of your fielders, but if you consistently keep the ball down in the zone, good things will happen.
One there. On to Smoke in time for an inning-ending double play. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Thank you, Heidi. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 or 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. From the belt, the pitch rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
Lorenzo Cain stands in as he looks at a called strike. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. A bouncer up the middle. Swanson picks it up over to Albies. Relay to Freddie, double play, and that'll end the inning. None left for Milwaukee. Still 8-0. Digging in to try it again. Alvarez getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Softly hit to short. Garcia has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
The 17th.
Acuna digs in now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate. Now here it comes. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone as they add still another.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat, and they can go deep.
Standing in now, Ozzie Albies. That's popped up. Hiura has a play. 2 down.
The first baseman, number
Digging
5.
in, Freddie Freeman. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. This is fought off foul over to the right side. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2.
Oh, that's it.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up. There really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of. Bottom of the inning now. Here's Brock Holt now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
To short. Swanson scoops it up, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Acuna. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up Keston Hiura. He was a ground out victim last time up. A fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now the 1-0. Hit out towards second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Michael Brantley. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Line to the right side. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
So now to the plate, Marcell Ozuna pulls this one in the air out to left. On the move is Garcia, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Stepping in for the Braves, Johan Camargo. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Garcia will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Up next for it.
Digging in and looking for more, Dansby Swanson. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Fouled off. The 1-2. Pops this one up. Smoke in foul ground. And a diving effort, but it's out of his reach. A foul ball. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Hira is there, and that retires the side. One left for Atlanta, but they hold a 9. First offering on its way. Avisail Garcia is in for the third time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Fouled away. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The first baseman, number 12.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Justin Smoke is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Popped him up. Freeman has room in foul territory. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're looking up at a 9. Stepping into the box, Shea Langoliers. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Shea Langoliers.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
Pitch is popped up. Smoke moving to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Standing in, Alvarez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Back goes Garcia, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. To the plate now, Ozzie Albies.
Second baseman.
As it's grounded sharply to first, and Smoke will take this one over to the bag, and the side is retired. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the... Ryan Braun will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Grounded back up the middle. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now back.
First pitch on its way. Hit back up the middle. Albies brings it in. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Digging in now, number 32. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Pretty much an obligatory take that time.
Yeah, when the first 2 guys of the inning make first pitch outs, you really don't have much choice.
A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's Josh Hader
Comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
And he takes strike 2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this.
The bat.
It's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And he fouls this one off. And now a pitch on the way. Weak grounder back to the mound. Arcia gloves it. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. At the plate, Marcell Ozuna. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Throw will be well late as he reaches it first.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Johan Camargo is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And it's fouled away. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. And here's Christian Yelich now. And then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from high and deep to right center. Looking up, Acuna. Gone right into the visitors' bullpen.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up, he's definitely going to be in a conversation for some of the year-end awards.
And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game.
Yeah, it's go time, Matty B. He's got a chance to close this one out. He knows the bullpen's rested and ready to go. He's got a smile on his face out there.
Oh, D-Roll, this is what every manager loves. One day where you cannot have to empty out everybody in that bullpen. Going into the 9th inning in today's game with your starting pitcher, you can't ask for more than he's given them up to this point.
Omar Narvaez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Brantley going back into the bullpen and gone.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a no.
And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. But the feed to the second baseman is a wide one, and he will score now from first. And the throwing mistake there getting the ball in is going to wind up costing him. Stepping in now, Orlando Arcia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. From the stretch. Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. Ben Gamble will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Hey, guys, I understand it right there. The third base coach has got to hold them up. They're down by a lot of runs right now. No reason to risk getting a guy thrown out at home in this situation.
In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Runners are at first and second with one away. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
And a full count to Kane. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Brewers down to their final out now, and that'll bring up the versatile utility man Brock Holt. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Throw to first will be in time to get him, and the Braves have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. 10-4 the final in this game.
The final line score for our ball game.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Braves held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Brewers are in second place in the NL Central, but they currently hold a spot in the NL wildcard race. And the Braves sit atop the NL East, 6 games up on second place. The Marlins totaled 11 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-3. At the start of the day, the Mets are in third place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Marlins are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Kyle Hendricks keeps on winning, now has 21 this year, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 7-3. He currently has the most wins in the National League. Heading into the day, the Cubs sit in first place in the National League's Central Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Reds sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-3. In the standings, the Reds are in fourth place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Cardinals are third in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The San Diego Padres got 12 hits in this one as they got a road win against Arizona 6-3. As of today, the Diamondbacks are in third are second in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Rays combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-2. At the start of the day, the Rays are in third place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Red Sox are atop the division, they are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Kansas City Royals pounded out 17 hits in this one as they dismantled the White Sox 12-1. As of right now, the White Sox are in third place in the AL Central, 16 games out of first. And the Royals are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Minnesota Twins swatted 4 home runs in this one as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 10-3. Entering the day's action, the Twins are in second place in the AL Central, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. While the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division, they're over 20 games out of first. The A's got 11 hits overall as they defeated the visiting Angels 4-1. Heading into the day, the A's sit in second place in the American League West. They're 13.5 out of first place, while the Angels are third in the division. They're 15.5 games out of first. The Indians racked up 11 hits as a team as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 4-2. It was their 5th straight victory. As of today, the Mariners are in 4th place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Indians are leading the Central Division, they are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Jose Iglesias was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits, as the Orioles grabbed the victory over the Astros 8-5. In the standings, the Astros are in first place in the AL West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Orioles are in last place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.